looking for vultures to count. That's Dr. James Fraser. He's head of the Vulture Research Program at Virginia Tech.
There's so many of them. How many do you think are up there?
We've got a few hundred of them right here right now.
Oh, wow, look at that one.
There's another black vulture.
They look like they're waiting for something.
This is fairly typical behavior. Normally they spend the night in these trees over here in this roost, and then in the morning, as soon as the light first breaks, they begin to glide across the river and go into that staging area on the other side of the river. And they stay there for a few hours, apparently waiting for the wind to start up. There goes another black vulture.
Yeah, black one.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Got that one?
Yeah.
Okay, there goes the turkey vulture.
Yeah. Okay. But what's the use of counting all of these turkeys and black vultures?
Okay, basically what we would like to do is to determine the number of birds that are using this roost at various times in the year.
But what does that tell us?
That tells us something about the quality of the environment that not only the vultures live in, but that people live in. In essence, what we're doing here is a vulture census.
Oh, like they do with people, counting people?
It's the same sort of an idea. There's three of them moving across together.
What type are they?
Those are the black vultures. You can't really tell the species by the plumage right now, but you can tell them by the way they fly. See that rapid wing beat followed by a glide? Okay, that's a black vulture. The big one up there is a turkey vulture. And the turkey vultures, when they move out, will pretty much glide across, and when they do beat their wings, it won't be nearly as rapid.
So these are the only two types of vultures that are in North America?
No, in fact, there's a third type, the California condor, is closely related to these.
The California condor is a vulture?
Yes, it is. And, of course, one of the largest land birds alive, and the most endangered species in the world, as a matter of fact. There's only 17 left in the wild. Okay, Miguel, you can see that they're staying here now. After first light, you saw them move across into this staging area over here. Basically, they're going to stay over there now until the sun begins to heat up the ground and cause rising columns of air. They'll get on those columns of air, circle up to a high point in the sky, and then they can glide off of that and they can move out to their foraging areas.
It's so dark in here. How many layers down do we have to go?
Dr. Fraser counts vulture eggs, too, but the nests are way inside caves.
Down here? Or in there?
Yeah, take the right passageway there.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Okay, two of them, that's good. That's as many as you'll see with vultures.
What are the vultures?
Well, that bird that we saw flying when we came in is the bird that was incubating these eggs. Now, this is a fairly typical situation. These birds like to get way back in the dark recesses, avoid predators.
Well, I think we better get out of here and let her come back in.
Yeah, we'll let her get back on those eggs. Why don't we go back to the lab and have a look at some birds close up?
Oh, all right.
Okay, Miguel, I'd like to get a few measurements on this bird.
This bird looks like it was hard to catch. Where'd you get it?
This bird was definitely hard to catch, and it's hard to control. We caught it down by the caves where you looked at those eggs. So what I'd like to do is take a few measurements on this bird before we release it. If you would grab that tape measure. First thing I'd like to do is measure the total length of the bird.
How do I do that?
Okay, you measure that from the tip of the beak all the way to the end of the tail.
65 centimeters. We don't want this bird getting away. Is there anything else we can measure?
Yes, we can get the total length of the wing.
There's a whole wing out there.
Okay.
Boy, this
Right to the end of that longest feather.
pretty big wings here.
Yeah, the total length of both wings spread out is about 4.5 feet in black vultures. The turkey vultures are bigger. They have a 6-foot wingspan.
6 foot. Okay, this is 67.
Okay.
Whoa, hold that bird down. This is a black vulture?
This is a black vulture. It's an adult that would have a red head if it was a turkey vulture. Okay.
The turkey vulture's bigger, right?
The turkey vulture is a bigger bird, and baby wings. This is what I'm afraid of. Just stay put. Okay, sweetheart. Yes, I know. You didn't really want to be here in the first place, did you? This is called netting the bird. Okay, sweetheart. Okay, sweetie. Okay, settle down. We better take them out of the net. Wild birds don't like to be handled. Later on, you get an opportunity to look at some tamer birds, but
I hope so.
somehow.
Hopefully. Okay, little guy. Little.
Hey, you got a good grip on him?
Yeah.
Rosemary Norris is another expert on vultures.
Ow.
Be sweet.
You know, this is a really good-looking bird. You know, they've got such a bad reputation for it because they eat dead things all the time.
Well, they serve a valuable function on our environment, though. You know, they clean up dead animals that would otherwise be laying around and decaying for a long time. That's a turkey vulture. You can see that he has the red head, his bill is white, and he has holes through his nostrils so you can see right through. Turkey vulture has a great sense of smell, or so they think. Most birds can't smell, anyway.
So what is it that you do here?
I'm basically the curator of the vultures. I feed them and take care of them. I just
Why?
because I love them. I think that they're interesting birds, and we can learn a lot more about them. And I like being around them.
What's his name?
This is Buzzy.
Buzzy?
Yeah.
Buzz the buzzard. It certainly fits.
Yeah.
Hi. How you doing?